Hey people, Indrid here, 3v3, Angstrom Heights, blue team. Kabanyaka is a Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero. Walking through objects cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting in melee. The World Eater's elite scheme here. Alongside some very naughty Imperial Guard, we have a ryse with an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee but can get specialized ranged weapons. Looks like the Death Core of Krieg, recolored. Rounding off the team, it's SorroWfuL lived with a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support. Fighting in melee begins with a shield and can shoot his own fellas in the head. Red team, ryse F Rome is a brother captain, a durable hero, walking through objects cannot be suppressed, powerful offense and support. Fighting in melee, did a big old smack there. Alongside PrimalPattern as a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist, infiltrate, disrupt, some powerful offense and a bit of support. And rounding off the teams is Piluco with another Lord Commissar. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen Piluco in a replay. Meanwhile, his natural powers in the southwest corner attract a lot of attention. We see the red team pushing on this one. Double sentinels there to look after it. Doesn't look like they bashed it at all. No gens on it yet. It is double termagants for PrimalPattern. ryse with a single strike squad who are now backing off. Brother Captain has to run. And then may be able to push back there, the double guardsman. Inquisitor gets a good special, then runs. Little bit of pawn worship. CSM needs to get back to cover. What are you up to, fellas? I don't know, I thought they were going to sit in cover and shoot at the sentinel. You may see the combi flamer from the Chaos Lord fighting Tyranids and guardsmen and stuff. These guys just got inspired by head shooting with Inspire Courage, meaning they do double damage for the duration. Just put a little bit of cover up there. Chaos Lord has found them. But the Lictor Alpha is on the prowl. I don't think they can stay here long. There's a flesh hook. Pawn worship is allowing them to stay in play a bit though. That speed boost. Strike squad very low here. Lord Commissar goes after them. Somehow they have two models on 15 hit points. There we go. They had two models on 9 hit points for a second there. Got down to one. Very lucky to get away though. Power sword coming up for the Lord Commissar. Just about to say, we may see that. And indeed we do. Looks like he's going to do some good work against the strike squad with it. This guy could use one against those Chaos Space Marines too. These guys dropped a model. But otherwise, Kabanyaka did not lose that much stuff there, I don't think. Despite, for a second, looking like they were getting overrun. The Corn Worship really helped them out to reposition. Artillery spotters on the way for Piluco. And Kadachan Devils are in play. We've got spotters up already for a ryse. Here they are. Warrior Brood for PrimalPattern, providing a basic synapse, giving defensive buffs to non-synapse creatures. And they just got a Barbed Strangler. Area of effect weapon that suppresses on hits. Kind of short range though, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's shorter than the usual 38 range. Multi-laser turret is up, being largely ignored that they tried to get behind it. There we go. And interceptors on the field for ryse. I don't think... Oh look, this got fully bashed and decapped. Just about to say, I don't think anyone's bashed power yet, but there you see it. Fully bashed. Can't get more bashed. Interceptors teleporting in, taking out the sentinel. Well played. And there's Hammer of the Witches for the Lord Commissar. He has Carapace Armor into Aura of Discipline. Going to be great at supporting allied squads now just by being nearby and releasing that pulse of healing. 402 to 485 1-to-1 cap. Barbed Strangler and upgraded Termagants with their Toxin Sac trying to do some work there. Noise Marines up for Kabanyaka. And Combi Flamer is in. Noise Marines are bashing power, are they? Maybe? Oh, looks like they just bashed the node and it's been repurchased. And they are not re-bashing it. Chaos Lord runs. Catachan Devils in retreat path. No, they didn't bother. More Catachan Devils on the way this time for a ryse. All three guard players getting some Catachans going. What is this? Big old brouhaha. Tyranids pushed up, maybe going for that power. But looks like they've been dealt with. Some stormtroopers dying. Those are ryses. Inquisitorial stormtroopers. These guys now using Cacophony. Lictor's going to give them a hard time. They need to run now, basically. There's around 63 DPS, I think, by default for Lictor Alpha. One of, if not the most powerful default melee weapon in terms of DPS, but of course, they do not have a sidearm. And those sidearms do a lot of work. Just ask a Lord Commissar. Brother Captain with Unending Purge. He can't stop purging. It's kind of his job description. Chaos Lord uses Kill the Weak, now trying to kill us a Strat Squad model. They have Tones of Titan down to a single model again. Oh, they can't use the grenade barrage. All reliable there. Didn't have the energy for it. Meanwhile, Lord Commissar of Piluco fully kitted out here. Still level 1, but they're a dangerous foe now. Oh, they didn't quite finish the bash on the node there. Mistake from Piluco. I think they could have got it down. Chaos Lord was bearing down on them. Needs to get their VP back. Meanwhile, power bashing again on this southern natural for red team, now being decapped. Sentinel doesn't need repairs for now. In the mid, players starting to think about their tier 2s. In fact, PrimalPattern just got halfway through tier 2. Operatives on the field now for ryse. They have not replaced their stormtroopers. Don't think it's vital to do so. Catachans in melee with the Inquisitor. These guys have power melee weapons, so that was a dangerous spot to be in for the Inquisitor once her shield went down. Rosarius. 328 to 485. Bunch of tier 2s popping off. Looks like ryse is the last player in tier 1. Interceptors being aggressive. That passive teleport they had there after the big one. Strike squad alongside them. Lucky to be alive, that strike squad. Almost level 2. And they have some purgation. Suppressing those Catachans with the incinerators. Catachans looking for melee. Smoke shell dropped in as well. That's a good stomp. Catachans were still suppressed though. Lord Commissar running in. Popping the lead by example. Increasing speed. And does inspiring special attacks. Here comes the brother captain. Why do they have this blue aura on them? Like they're in base still. I'm not sure what that's about. That's not an unending purge thing, is it? I don't think so. 295 to 477. Brother captain runs away. And it's Havoc's coming up for Kabanyaka. Chaos Lord does not make it out. Power bashing Tyranids now. Gonna get at least one gen, and that node is already done. I wonder if the blue team repaired it, because it was on the brink of going down already. Ogren's on the way for SorroWfuL, who does have Aura of Discipline to support them. And here comes a Manticore for a ryse. There's the tier 2 for ryse. That's pretty late tier 2, eh? Inquisitor might need to run. Big push here by the red team. Node being repurchased. Basilisk Flare dropped in by Piluco to facilitate this push. Double CSM though with Marco Zinch. Are they going to get stomped? Surprised they didn't shoot at the Sentinel there actually. Look at that Noise Marine Sonic Blaster doing work there. Almost wiped those Catachans. Catachans really don't like Sonic Blasters because they shut down ranged attacks and do a bunch of damage if they're all caught in it. CSM getting very low. I think they're okay. Meanwhile, back town towards the south. Purgation squad. Do not get away. Commissar makes sure of that. Just got flash grenaded by these guys, which I think lowers the range. Or their vision or something. Brother Captain still has his blue aura. Now getting a Nemesis Demon Hammer. Not a weapon you see all that often, actually. Most seem to prefer the halberd if they're going full-on melee mode. But Demolishing Strike is awesome. It'll be really helpful against these Ogrins. You might see it now. There it is. Big old knockback. That will pair really well with Purifiers if they can get them up, because they can run in as the Ogrins are on the floor and get a bunch of attacks in. Just killed the Lord Commissar, and I think is going to get away. Seems like this blue aura is just a visual bug. And they went down. Ogrin's getting it done. With a decent chunk of XP there, actually. What is this? Noise Marines in a strange spot. Popping Cacophony. And here's double CSM to back them up. They're going to get suppressed though. No, they're not. They dodged it. And their Inferno bolts do huge amounts of damage to warriors. Warriors are heavy infantry. They do not like Inferno bolts. Sentinel's got a missile launcher. Needs repairs. Is getting it. Are you bashing the power fellas? What's going on? They want to fight. Missiles going to hit those Havocs. Those are the frag missiles. Anti-infantry. 198 to 474. More interceptors for Ryse. Was hoping to see some Purifiers in action. But I guess not. Level 1 Chaos Lord. Chasing stuff around with that Combi Flamer. Is it worth tying up those guardsmen there? They don't have plasma guns or anything. I think it would have been better to go in on the Catachans. Get a kill the weak and try and focus them down. They get away though. I guess they just went for something that was close. And stopping those las guns from firing isn't completely worthless. Power bashing again. The southern natural power of the red team here. Ogre is doing a great job. They're already level 2. Yeah, Ryse had a bad fight. They lost their strike squad. See their bodies here. And they're just going tier 3, and it might be paladins that come out because they have tons of red. Power bashing the other side now. Some plasma guardsmen for Ryse, 2 of them actually. These guys even have their commissar. Oh, they're not doing anything though, they're idle. A bunker's gone up. Which is a bit weird. Does it? I guess it's to block generators being built, but they should be able to find another spot to build them. Can also be destroyed, of course. 153 to 464. CSM almost got a cap. L3 dropped in by a Ryse. Double cap for blue. Might have turned the corner here because Ryse is very low. They just lost the interceptors actually. They're down to just operatives. Here's a Carnifex, but PrimalPattern is also quite depleted. Can Piluco carry their team now? Carnifex will have to do a lot of work as well. It's going for Thornback, it looks like. We have Inspire Courage Ogrins. Maybe even Determination, actually. Yep, Bionic Eye is in. Those Ogrins are super buff, but they lost another model quickly. Had to get away. An Orbital Bombardment from Ryse there. Carnifex took a lot of damage, but did a lot of work. Soaking up damage for others. There's tier 3 for Kabanyaka, there's tier 3 for SorroWfuL. Can the red team push this tech advantage they have now? We'll start getting some scary tier 3 stuff rolling out. The map looking very blue right now. The Ryse stays in tier 2 for now. Anticore was expensive. Here it is. Got a bit of XP on it, so it did something. What's this? It's just a sentinel. Decapping things. Lull in the action. Lictor Alpha with no war gear level 3 goes for that central cap. They're gonna get plasmid once they get spotted. Here it is. You can decap while you're infiltrated, but you can't cap. Trying to steal the power northeast. The red team rebuild their economy. And they got triple gens back here. But not here. What is ryse's plan? They just spent all their red on the nuke, so they can't get paladins now. Maybe they go Vortimers. Vortimers would be really risky though because of Bionic Eye buffing those Ogrins. Oh, they are going for it. Yes, risky. Bionic Eye makes Ogrins into awesome vehicle hunters with the speed and damage bonus. Manticore's in the north there. Carnifex is healed up. And this is going to be a vital unit now for the red team. Vital unit. Going after the Lord Commissar. Can't heal himself with Aura of Discipline, so I think it's a good target to focus him down. But the captain, are you running? You are running. Carnifex charges into safety, knocking over some friendly guardsmen there. They're alright, I think. They are alright. Vortimer Razorback is up. Has Psy Cannons on the back there. Good damage to all targets, and it's very quick. It's not the toughest vehicle around. Maybe the speed can keep it away from the Ogrins. Ryse might need something else up in the meantime. Perhaps some purgation to try and help control those Ogrins. Demolishing Strike. Smoke popped by the Catagens. That's defensive smoke. Uh-oh. Stormtroopers with anti-armor kit immediately get down the Vortimer. That's a big loss. Aren't they 100 power, Vortimers? They're not cheap. Inferno Pistol Inquisitor, and here comes Purgatus. Purgatus is awesome in his big fights, so you get in 3v3s. Hammer of the Witches. Not before they get shot up though. Throws up Rosarius, and I think gets away. With Commissar feeling the wrath of the enemy Ogrins there. Red team trying to grab the mid. Carnifex comes charging through. Rocket run. Is it going to wipe those guardsmen? No, the second run didn't hit them. He did wipe some Termagants though. 2-to-1 cap for blue. Here comes another Carnifex. It might be time for Stranglethorn, because these Ogrins are insanely scary at level 3 with Commissar Bionic Eye buffs. Lictor Alpha down here. Heretics worshipping his death for Khorne. Do Tyranids have weird blood? Is it like acidic or something? I'm sure it's blood, although I'm not sure if Khorne is super pleased if it isn't red. Probably prefers the red blood. Piluco with a Stormlord, which is the anti-infantry variant of the Baneblade. Super heavy tank with a Vulcan Mega Bolter on it, which is just as fun as it sounds. You can also reinforce off the Stormlord, so that's a pretty big deal. Not a huge amount of infantry to reinforce though. Here's the second Carnifex. The first one hasn't leveled yet. I wonder if they'll go double Thorn back here to try and kind of create a screen for the rest of their armors. That's a lot to deal with right in your face, double melee Carnifexes. Level 6 Lord Commissar for Piluco, trying to get this Inquisitor down. Almost got her, but then they run into those CSM. And a Blastmaster hits them right in the face. Aspiring Champion coming now for those CSM. Brother Captain using Immortal here to get the decap. Gets it. We do indeed have a Stranglethorn cannon being set upon by those Stormtroopers who may not get away. They actually did get away. Manticore Strike on those Carnifexes, and here is the Stormlord. It's also got a twin-linked heavy bolter, several of them, and las cannons, of course. And Ogrins go straight after it, trying to tear it apart with their heavy melee ripper guns. Thornback could help out maybe with a charge to knock them down. Here comes the brother captain to help out. Yeah. Here comes the Carnifex as well. That was a demolishing strike. But it wasn't needed in the end. Land Raider Phobos on the field for Kabanyaka. Look how big their army is as well. Phobos is going to be a big threat to this Stormlord, actually. Chaos Lord wants to fight a Carnifex. Didn't work out great for him. Got the cap, though, before they died, horribly. Here comes Piluco to grab it back. Triple cap for the blue team. Stormtroopers on the prowl. Oh, these are not the anti-armor ones, though. Those guys are here. And a Stormblade appears. I didn't even realize they were building it. Big plasma blast gun. 2-to-1 for red. Sorry, double cap for blue is what I meant to say. It's gonna be a 2-to-1 for blue. That was a special attack that missed their level 4 brother captain. Lictor Alpha now fully kitted with feeder tendrils, deadly jump, and the lone hunter. Not sure what this Inquisitor's trying to do here. Just harass things, I guess. They throw up their mandate to get away. Can the red team get close to this VP? Maybe the Lictor can go and harass the natural. Looks like there's stuff on it though. There's a shrine over there. Brother Captain was trying to have a go, but now flees. Has a Land Raider Crusader on the way. That's their big play here. Mines dropped in. Massive fight brewing in the mid. Double Carnifex is getting in there. What is the Stormlord targeting? Looks like it's targeting the Stormtroopers. Carnifex going after them too, but look at the damage that Phobos is doing with Leman Russ support. Down goes the Carnifex, not to mention the Stormblade, of course, as well. Oh, looks like the Ogrins took out the Manticore back there. Didn't even realise that. And a Tyranno formation went in, but it didn't do much. Blue team with the big advantage. They just need to hold on and look after their natural. Operatives setting things on fire with incendiary grenades. Yeah, they need to take the shrine out, otherwise the bloodletters are going to mess them up. And they can't, because here comes CSM. 133 to 103. There's the Crusader. Doesn't have much in the way of anti-vehicle. Just the multi-melty if you get very close. But awesome anti-infantry. Another Leman Russ on the way for SorroWfuL Live. This one hasn't been upgraded yet from a ryse. 13390. What is this? Sneaky Stormtroopers waiting for those Catechins to leave. They might just grenade them. But they need to get some energy back first. Ogrins getting in on the Crusader. Brother Captain's there though to help out. 1-to-1 cap. Crusader with a decent push there. What is this? Is that a Venom Brood being called in? It is. It seems to take a while. Still has that one Carnifex, of course. Might be worth getting a Venom Cannon Carnifex now. Need some more power for it. Venom Brood getting messed up. Anti-vehicle weapons, of course, but they got targeted pretty hard there. Stormtroopers having a go. Ouch. Operatives got plasma blast gun, but they survived it. I hear a Manticore over there. Trying to finish off the Crusader. Leman Russ might be able to do it. It is a Vanquisher. They're pretty good at vanquishing vehicles. But he gets away. Carnifex being chased by an Inquisitor of all things with her Inferno Pistol. Double cap for red. What is going on? How have they done this? They grabbed this somehow. It's being taken back. I'm not sure how they got the mid. Another Carnifex on the way. Another Manticore on the way for Piluco. Purgation for ryse. They could get their conversion beamer and help out against these vehicles. They already have one with a conversion beamer actually down here. Look at that doing work. And some more Inquisitorial Stormtroopers to repair their Land Raider. Red team coming right back into this. 97 to 88. Rocket run. Couldn't quite kill those CSM. I guess that was Piluco's. 1-to-1 cap now. There's none shall fall. Nice tool to have when trying to cap things. We do indeed see a Venom Cannon Carnifex now. Going after that Stormblade. These guys just chucked a melter bomb in it, I think. Or a crack grenade or whatever it is. I think they're going to get the Stormblade down. Oh, Bioplasm went in there. And there was a conversion beamer helping out. Down goes the Stormblade. That's a big win. That opens up the bottom here quite a lot. And they can get the Leman Russ maybe as well. Basilisk Flare used there by SorroWfuL. That's a shrewd usage of it. Leman Russ needs to stay back though and get repairs. 97 to 88. Level 9 Lord Commissar Piluco been fantastic so far. But the Captain level 5 has now recovered really well. Land Raider Crusader still needs repairs. Tyranids can't really help with that. But maybe Piluco could with their guardsmen. Or drop a repair bunker or something. Leaving Russ under threat. A ryse now with a Baneblade. Need to be careful. Oh, they went down. Got a little bit greedy and overeager there. I think it's worth dropping more Venom Brood in. There might just be another Carnifex here. Guardsman getting torn apart trying to decap. Inspire Courage on those guardsmen, level 4 guardsmen, pumping out a bunch of damage here. 72 to 88. They rocket run again. Oh, pretty effective too. Doesn't quite get those purgation down. Here comes another Vortimer Razorback from ryse. Huge amounts of damage pouring in on the Ogrins, but they are toughing it out. Level 4 Ogrins, tough as hell, these guys. Anti-God Strike. Forces these guys to retreat. They could, there we go. Use the Commissar to break the retreat there with a execution. Blue team, grab the mid. Well played, blue team there. That was a concerted push, and they got it done using the mandate at the end there to get it. 69-82 is incredibly close. Some guardsmen right back on it. Where is the Commissar? Oh, Commissar's not there to use None Shall Fall, level 10 now. They can reinforce off the Stormlord, remember? If they're close enough. Looks like they were close enough there. Orbital thrown in by ryse. Bunker goes down. Double Carnifex is pushing a bit. Need to be careful though. So Phobos and the Baneblade and the Leman Russ all shooting at you. Purgation trying to reposition. Catechin's just helping them reposition here with a grenade. 60 to 65, 2-1 for red. I thought they were down and out. They were very much not. What is this? It's the Lictor Alpha on the prowl with Lone Hunter active. And then he just stops. Oh, there we go. Doesn't really want to fight the summoned Bloodletters, I think. Goes after the Heretics there. But back to the mid. A ryse with a heavy weapon squad on the way. 48-65. triple carnifexes now. Looks like we got 2 venom cannons to hunt enemy vehicles. Purgation getting back in their place. Vortimer Razorback on the way. What happened to the other one? Did it get cancelled or already destroyed? Not sure. Looks like the Lictor Alpha was not able to get that VP back. Another bunker going up on the VP here from Piluco this time. They're trying to break line of sight because the bunker does block line of sight. An old trick players used to use back in the old retail days was to drop a bunker right in front of a turret to block line of sight, because turrets were tech marine turrets were a big deal in 3v3s back then. Barely see them these days. Chaos Lord fighting some Catechins. Doesn't have the energy for kill the weak. Having a bad time. Runs away. Did not get the decap. Flesh Hook might kill him. Not sure if the Lictor was close enough there. Almost got him without it. Basilisk Flare to shut down the range of that las cannon. Bioplasma in there, so decap 15 to 65. Kabanyaka floating resources here like crazy. Maybe some more las cannons. There's that Vortimer. Getting some good damage in. Triple carnifexes. One of them's getting shot up quite badly. The other 2 can stay in play though a bit. There's another rocket run. How many rocket runs have we seen? Leman Russ taken out. Well done, double carnifexes here. These venom cannons are painful, eh? Now they're getting shots on the Bane Blade. Lictor Alpha again. Oh, with a tier 3 Lictor. Lictor Alpha went down. Had to go after it with 2 Lictors, but they couldn't get it done. Lots of damage on the Bane Blade, but that is a repair bunker back there now. 15 to 65. Looks like a repair bunker's back here as well. Phobos has been around for a while, eh? Done a lot of work for them. It's basically been in this small area for about 15 minutes, it feels like. Can anyone cap the mid? There's nothing there to shoot at, but the Bane Blade's shooting it. Ogrin's on the way for Piluco. Another Leman Russ for SorroWfuL. This is a las cannon. That is indeed a las cannon. Is this a las cannon? Not yet. Big Purgatus. Maybe taken out here. Got flesh hooked, I think. She gets away. They're trying to cap that central VP with 2 heroes. Level 6 Brother Captain. And the Lord Commissar in there, who's level 10 of course. And they got it. There's the 2-to-1. Lord Commissar of SorroWfuL now going after it. But they stop him. Couldn't get a decap. 2-to-1 for red. Have they done enough? What is this? That's the cheeky Chaos Lord getting a decap. Here come the Tyranids to say no. But they got the decap. They stopped it at 2. 1-to-1 now. Incredibly close. Here's the new Ogrins of Piluco going after the Phobos. Over here. Chaos Lord is killed. Single cap now for blue. They're grabbing the mid. Thanks to the Ogrins of SorroWfuL. Almost got the Phobos down, but those guys couldn't keep on going. It's going to be a 2-to-1 for blue, looks like. There it is, 2-to-1 for blue. Down to 2 victory points. Ryse lost a bunch of stuff, now getting a purgation up. There's the remains of their Vortimer. Down goes a Carnifex. Carnifex is pushing through the north, trying to get the Phobos down, and they got it.
Now they're quite low and in a bad spot. We'll see if they can get out of there. Meanwhile, Ulgrin's on the field for SorroWfuL Live. Means they're not level 4 anymore, but they did get those fancy shields. 2 to 35 1-to-1 cap. That beast of a Lord Commissar gets the decap on the mid, and look at that. The Lictor Alpha gets the decap over here, and that was enough with a single. Terminators were dropped in to try and stop him, but they couldn't do it. Insanely close finish there. These two heroes with those decaps getting it done. The single was enough. Awesome stuff. Let's have a look at these heroes then. Level 4 Chaos Lord. Got that decap at the end, which led to that frantic finish. Level 8 Inquisitor with Purgatus and her fancy pistol. Level 8 Lord Commissar for SorroWfuL. Oh, did have Emperor's Wrath at the end. I probably missed some cool Emperor's Wrath. In fact, there might be one here. Level 7 by the captain. Up and down game for ryse, wasn't it? Lost everything, recovered, then lost everything, then starting to recover again. But did some great work. Level 7 Lictor Alpha. And a level 10 Lord Commissar from Piluco, who I felt like carried the team through that kind of early tier 3 slump that they had. But then PrimalPattern came back with all these Carnifexes, which did so much good work. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this game, and I'll see you next time.